I've earned 30+ certifications, and I'm here to guide you to success on your exam. Welcome to the Ultimate AB-900 Exam Masterclass. Are you ready to crack the AB-900 exam in one go? You're in the right place. In this session, we'll arm you with powerful insights and hand-picked questions that can make all the difference in your exam performance. We've scanned the web using intelligent crawlers to gather the most critical and high-impact questions, all compiled into one powerful PDF resource. You can download it from the link in the description. Not only will we explore these must-practice questions, but we'll also share real exam experiences and pro tips to give you that competitive edge. Let's dive into the key questions that could shape your success. Question 1. Your organization has a Microsoft 365 E5 subscription. You need to ensure that a third-party cloud service can authenticate to Microsoft Entra. What should you configure? A. A Microsoft 365 Copilot connector. B. Multi-factor authentication, MFA. C. A conditional access policy. D. An app registration. Correct answer D. An app registration. Explanation. An app registration allows external or third-party applications to authenticate securely with Microsoft Entra ID. It provides a unique identity, permissions, and credentials required for secure integration. Question 2. Your organization has a Microsoft 365 subscription. You need to evaluate your organization's identity secure score. Which two factors affect the score? Each correct answer presents a complete the solution. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. A. The SharePoint site permissions. B. The number of global administrators. C. Passwords that are never expired. D. The location of the users. Correct answer, B and C. The number of global administrators. Passwords that are never expired. Explanation. Having too many global admins increases risk, lowering your identity secure score significantly. Passwords that never expire weaken security posture and negatively impact the score. Question 3. Your organization has a Microsoft 365 subscription. You need to review the impact of a recent phishing incident that targeted email users. What should you use? A. The Microsoft Defender Portal. B. The Microsoft 365 Admin Center. C. The Microsoft Entra Admin Center. D. The Microsoft Exchange Admin Center. Correct answer A. The Microsoft Defender Portal. Explanation. The Microsoft Defender Portal provides detailed threat insights, including phishing attack analysis. It helps track affected users, emails, and overall incident impact efficiently. Question 4. Your organization has a Microsoft 365 subscription. You create a security group named Group 1 and assign a Microsoft 365 E3 license to the group. You discover that a user named User1 does not have access to the Microsoft 365 E3 features. You need to ensure that User1 can access all the Microsoft 365 E3 features. Which two actions can you perform? Each correct answer presents a complete solution. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. A. Add User1 to Group 1. B. Assign a conditional access policy to Group 1. C. Assign a conditional access policy to User1. D. Assign a license to User1. Correct answer A and D. Add User1 to Group 1. Assign a license to User1. Explanation. Adding User1 to the license group ensures they inherit the assigned E3 license automatically. Alternatively, directly assigning the license to User1 guarantees immediate access to features. Question 5. Your organization has a Microsoft 365 subscription. You need to investigate security incidents and alerts raised from the Windows 11 devices in your organization. What should you use? A. Microsoft Entra ID Protection. B. Microsoft Defender for Identity. C. Microsoft Purview Insider Risk Management. D. Microsoft Defender for Endpoint. Correct answer D. Microsoft Defender for Endpoint. Explanation. Microsoft Defender for Endpoint is specifically designed to monitor and protect endpoint devices like Windows 11. It provides alerts, investigation tools, and response capabilities for device-based threats. Question 6. Your organization has a Microsoft 365 subscription. All users have Microsoft 365 Copilot licenses. You need to identify where sensitive content is being used during Copilot interactions, analyze the content usage patterns, and provide recommendations on applying the appropriate protections. What should you use? A. Microsoft Viva Insights. B. The Microsoft Purview DSPM for AI solution. C. Microsoft Security Copilot. D. The Microsoft Purview Insider Risk Management Solution. Correct answer B. The Microsoft Purview DSPM for AI solution. Explanation. DSPM for AI helps discover and monitor sensitive data usage specifically in AI interactions like Copilot. It provides insights and recommendations to improve data protection and compliance. Question 7. Your organization has a Microsoft 365 subscription that contains a user named User1. User1 plans to leave your company in 2 weeks. You need to capture the activity of User1 to identify whether the user is exfiltrating data. Which Microsoft Purview solution should you use? A. Communication Compliance. B. Data Security Posture Management. C. Insider Risk Management. D. Data Lifecycle Management. Correct answer, C. Insider Risk Management. Explanation. Insider Risk Management is designed to detect risky user behavior like data exfiltration. It provides alerts and investigation tools for suspicious internal activities. Question 8. You use Microsoft 365 Copilot. What does Copilot use to generate responses based on corporate data stored in Microsoft SharePoint? A. Microsoft Intune. B. Microsoft Defender. C. Microsoft Graph. D. Microsoft Purview. Correct answer, C. Microsoft Graph. Explanation. Microsoft Graph connects and retrieves organizational data from services like SharePoint. Copilot uses Graph to access relevant data and generate intelligent responses. Question 9. Your organization has a Microsoft 365 subscription. All users are assigned Microsoft 365 Copilot licenses. Some users report receiving Copilot responses that contain information from a Microsoft SharePoint site named Finance. The users report that the information is commercially sensitive. You need to prevent Copilot from providing responses that contain information from the Finance site. What should you do? A. From Microsoft Purview, create an information barrier (IB) policy. B. From Microsoft Defender, create a data connector. C. From Microsoft Entra, create a conditional access policy. D. From the Finance site, configure permissions. Correct answer A. From Microsoft Purview, create an information barrier (IB) policy. Explanation. Information barriers restrict communication and data sharing between defined groups. This prevents Copilot from accessing or surfacing sensitive finance data. Question 10. Your organization has a Microsoft 365 subscription that contains Microsoft SharePoint sites and Microsoft Teams teams. You discover that the sites and the teams are shared to users outside your organization. You need to identify which sites and teams were shared to the external users. What should you use? A. The SharePoint Admin Center. B. The Microsoft Teams Admin Center. C. The Microsoft 365 Admin Center. D. The Microsoft Defender Portal. Correct answer A. The SharePoint Admin Center. Explanation. The SharePoint Admin Center provides detailed reports on external sharing. It helps identify which sites and connected teams are shared externally. Question 11. You need to ensure that sites that have less than 2 owners are marked as read-only if the sites are not remediated. What should you configure in the SharePoint Admin Center? A. Site-level access restriction. B. Data access governance reports. C. Site lifecycle management. D. Block download policy for SharePoint and OneDrive. Correct answer A. Site-level access restriction. Explanation. Site-level access restriction helps enforce governance rules like minimum owners for sites. If conditions are not met, the site can automatically be restricted to read-only access. Question 12. You need to create a Microsoft 365 Copilot agent that can create charts and visualizations based on a Microsoft Excel workbook. What should you configure for the agent? A. The image generator capability. B. The Scrum Assistant template. C. The Customer Insights Assistant template. D. The Code Interpreter capability. Correct answer D. The Code Interpreter capability. Explanation. The Code Interpreter enables advanced data processing, calculations, and visualization creation. It allows the agent to analyze Excel data and generate charts dynamically. Question 13. You need to view detailed reports about Copilot usage in Microsoft Teams, such as meeting hours summarized by Copilot and meeting actions taken by using Copilot. What should you use? A. The Microsoft 365 Copilot Readiness Report in the Microsoft 365 Admin Center. B. The Microsoft 365 Copilot Usage Report in the Microsoft 365 Admin Center. C. The Microsoft 365 Copilot Dashboard in Microsoft Viva Insights. D. The Microsoft 365 Apps Usage Report in the Microsoft 365 Admin Center. Correct answer, C. The Microsoft 365 Copilot Dashboard in Microsoft Viva Insights. Explanation. Microsoft Viva Insights provides detailed analytics on Copilot usage within Teams meetings. It includes metrics like summarized meeting hours and actions generated by Copilot. Question 14. A user named User1 creates a Microsoft 365 Copilot agent named Agent1 and shares the agent to a user named User2. What occurs if an admin blocks Agent1? A. Agent1 is accessible to User1 and User2 until the users manually uninstall Agent. B. Agent1 is accessible to User1 and User2, and no other users can install Agent1. C. Agent1 is removed from User2, and User1 can continue to use Agent1. D. Agent1 is removed from User1 and User2, and no users can install Agent1. Correct answer D. Agent1 is removed from User1 and User2, and no users can install Agent1. Explanation. When an admin blocks an agent, it becomes unavailable for all users immediately. Both the creator and shared users lose access, and no new installations are allowed. Question 15. You plan to create an agent in the Microsoft 365 Copilot app to solve a business issue. What are 2 reasons to create the agent? Each correct answer presents a complete solution. Note, Each correct selection is worth 1 point. A. You need to use a custom AI model. B. You need to use a custom set of instructions that differ from those of the chat experience. C. You need to reason over a specific website. D. You need to group related chats into a Copilot notebook. Correct answer, B and C. You need to use a custom set of instructions that differ from those of the chat experience. You need to reason over a specific website. Explanation. Agents allow customization with specific instructions tailored to business needs. They can also access and reason over defined data sources like websites. Question 16. Your organization has a Microsoft 365 subscription. You need to assign a license to a user. What should you use? A. The Microsoft Purview Portal. B. The Microsoft 365 Admin Center. C. The Microsoft Teams Admin Center. Correct answer B. The Microsoft 365 Admin Center. Explanation. The Microsoft 365 Admin Center is the central place for managing users and licenses. It allows admins to assign, remove, and manage subscriptions efficiently. Question 17. You need to review the impact of a recent phishing incident that targeted email users. What should you use? A. The Microsoft Defender Portal. B. The Microsoft 365 Admin Center. C. The Microsoft Entra Admin Center. D. The Microsoft Exchange Admin Center. Correct answer A. The Microsoft Defender Portal. Explanation. The Microsoft Defender Portal provides end-to-end visibility into phishing incidents. It helps analyze affected users, emails, and threat details in one place. Question 18. You need to view the settings of S-Label 1. What should you use? A. The Microsoft Defender Portal. B. The SharePoint Admin Center. C. The Microsoft 365 Admin Center. D. The Microsoft Purview Portal. Correct answer D. The Microsoft Purview Portal. Explanation. Sensitivity labels like S-Label 1 are managed in the Microsoft Purview Portal. It allows you to configure, view, and manage data classification settings. Question 19. A company is preparing for an employee exit. A user named User1 will leave the organization in 2 weeks. The security team wants to monitor User1's activities to detect any suspicious behavior such as data theft or unauthorized data transfers. Which Microsoft Purview solution should be implemented? A. Communication compliance. B. Data security posture management. C. Insider risk management. D. Data lifecycle management. Correct answer, C. Insider risk management. Explanation. Insider risk management is designed to detect risky behavior from internal users. It helps identify potential data theft or suspicious actions before the user leaves. Question 20. Your organization uses Microsoft 365 Copilot to assist employees with content generation and insights. You want to understand how Copilot accesses and uses this corporate data to generate responses. Which underlying technology enables this functionality? A. Microsoft Intune. B. Microsoft Defender. C. Microsoft Graph. D. Microsoft Purview. Correct answer, C. Microsoft Graph. Explanation. Microsoft Graph acts as the data connector across Microsoft 365 services. Copilot uses it to access organizational data and generate context-aware responses. Please revise full PDF 2 to 3 times for 100% success. Check the description for the PDF download link and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for upcoming episodes. Thank you.